Hello Emma.
Hello Mark.
Thank you very much for agreeing to do this video on markatwood.com for inspirational people, which is what you are to me. You are Emma Joyston-Bechel and you live here in beautiful Morocco. I'm just going to pan out there. That's Marrakesh down there. And this has been your home for the last 7 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
And you run a couple of businesses here. One is Riyadh in the Medina.
Yeah, which
Riyadh
is a
Zamzam.
small boutique hotel.
Yeah, and what's the other one?
Morocco Retreats.
That's right, which is...
holistic retreat company taking people to magical places in Morocco that I've found since I've been living here, and have always been interested in taking people out the box, interested in food, interested in really putting together a magical recipe and a fantastic team of people that can, in a short space of time, really make a difference to people, so they're not just having time out, but they really feel they've got back to nature, remembered who they are, and go back home feeling like they've been away for months.
Now, to most people watching this, you sound like you're from London, but actually you were born somewhere else, weren't you?
I was born in Uganda and I grew up in Nigeria. I had a fantastic childhood with my father, travelling to remote places in Nigeria, which I think instilled within me my love for nature and special places which are getting few and far between these days. So I just want to share, really, these magical places with other people.
So, as far as being an entrepreneur is concerned, you kind of grew up with it, didn't you?
Yes, I had. I do think that it helps having two parents who, although bore you to death because all they talk about is business when you're growing up and you think they're not interested in you, you can't help but actually have that ingrained in you. But then again, not everybody comes out with wanting to do their own thing. But I felt very driven, and I didn't know what to do at college, and I went and did business studies, which was a bit of a joke in our family. It was sort of what you did if you didn't know what to do.
You did that.
But it was just helpful, yeah. It just had some helpful tools. I didn't really understand most of them when I was doing my studies, but once I started doing my own business, and I did have a lot of experience from other businesses in London, it all started to fall in place, and I understand. You
had a career in the corporate world, didn't you?
Yes, I was a senior project manager for WPP, working with big teams all over the world, working with excellent people. So that also spurs you on to be excellent in your own right, because they're so inspiring when you work with the best in the world. And also, I think it's invaluable as an entrepreneur not to just think that you're going to do it yourself. I'd go and get some experience, go and do some shit jobs, and realise what you don't want to do, which is what we were talking about last night. Yeah. And also go and learn from some brilliant people, because it's also about working in a team, and you're only as good as your team. So yeah, you learn invaluable things. Go and get some experience first, and then do your own thing when you're ready. And
so when were you ready to...
Well, I've always been ready. I've always been ready, but I was a big traveller. Yeah. So I needed to do quite a lot of work in London. I've only realised that it's important to have had experience now. At the time, I would just do anything in London or just about anything, to get money to travel. So I worked as a temp, KPMG, huge banks, stock exchange, and then I would travel. And after doing that for 5 years, I thought, right, enough's enough. I got a serious job, I bought a house, really started to realise that I needed to accumulate some little bit of wealth in order to buy my freedom and do what I wanted to do, so that's what I did.
And was there any fear or apprehension?
For me, it's very fearful to just be what I would call the living dead, just keep getting up every morning and not, enjoying or fulfilling your life, Whether you believe you get one time, I believe you have many times, but this time is right now, so get on and do it. Don't do stupid things, try and make a calculated risk, but don't just sit there thinking, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. Have a go, go and do it. It's not scary out there.
Really?
Yeah, it's not scary.
I don't think it is.
It's scary over there. No, it's all quite scary, but always leave a job as well on a high. Don't wait until someone's going to kick you out, or you'd rather drink bleach in the morning than go to work. Just leave, Don't think, I've got to get another job before I leave this job. Even if you've always got an excuse, a mortgage, children, whatever, but just do it. Just get on and do it. And believe in yourself, and believe in positive visualisation. we talked about creating your own illusion. Create your own illusion. Don't keep saying, I can't do this, I can't. You'll believe it and you won't do it. Keep telling yourself, even if you don't believe it in the beginning, I can do this, I love myself, it'll be great. Look in the mirror, look into your eyes. That's the first stage. Once you can look into your own eyes, then you can start believing that you can do stuff.
Absolutely. So, you know, you're not really driven exactly by money itself, you're driven by the results that this lifestyle gives you, which is your freedom, as you've called it.
Money's a funny one for me. I'm not driven by money because I've never had a problem with money, and I think the reason I haven't got a problem with money is I don't hang on to it too tightly. Money is a funny energy. You have to get it in balance. I can do anything for money. I can clean a toilet. I'm not a proud person, so I always know that I'll get a job, and I always know that I'll do that job well and people will want me. So you need to be proud in what you do as well, and especially if it's your business, you need to be the best you possibly can. So no, I'm not driven by money because I'm so fulfilled by people and beautiful nature and just feeling so blessed basically with what's around me. As long as I've got enough money so that my family are okay if I need to go to hospital, so I can fly home, go on an occasional holiday, comfortable I suppose, that's absolutely fine. But for me, especially at this time in my life, it's about working with brilliance. It always has been, and building a fantastic community and partnership around me, because then also as an entrepreneur you don't just need to be insular, you need to partner brilliant people. You can be so much more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And do you think there's anything spiritual about the way that you run business?
Yes, I think you've got to it's a difficult one. I was going to say you've got to be good to people and they'll be good back to you. But you've also got to watch out for the sharks. I'm a very open person. I think sometimes it's good not to say too much about what you're doing and not be boastful. You know, just deliver. Word of mouth is so important. People will talk about you. The amount of people out there who are advertising a million things but haven't delivered on their promise, and I learnt that in branding. You know, some of the biggest brands, their promise, if they don't deliver on them, they're quickly turned into ridicule, and you can lose your brand overnight. So just step by step, as my Berber friend says. Yeah. And don't take too much on at once, and don't panic, and don't try and eat an elephant whole. Just, you know, piece by piece.
Or not eat an elephant at all.
Well, they're quite tasty, really. But no, be good. The last thing I want to say is, which is something we talked about before, is about knocking on doors. You know, I'm somebody who's very, very determined, and I don't always listen to what I'm telling you. But if you keep trying to do something and you believe you desperately want to do it, and it's just not happening, and you just get block after block after block, you need to look in another direction, because life doesn't always take you from A to B. So even if you're one of these people like me who thinks you can control everything, you can't. Listen to your own intuition. Yeah. And talk to people, brilliant people. People give you fantastic advice, and don't always think you're right. You know, somebody will say a tiny little thing and all the pieces of the jigsaw will come into place, and you'll think, that's what I'm meant to be doing. I need to look over there, because you can get really tunnel visioned when you start getting excited about stuff.
Brilliant. Thanks, Emma. Okay, welcome. Yeah, shall we have one quick last view of this? Yeah, beautiful. Look at this. Come to Marrakesh. Yeah. That is... Oh, there's the pool. So, thanks for watching this, guys, and bye-bye, Emma. Bye-bye.